Asylum seekers stranded on the north shores of Lesbos. Some have spent the night here out in the open. Police can't process them at the only refugee camp on the island in Moria. It's been blockaded by angry islanders who want it shut down. But Moria's occupants aren't happy to be here either. This was the latest of many riots this year. Asylum processing is slow and many have been living in tents under the olive trees for a year.
We need a doctor. We didn't have a good doctor inside Moria. This is very difficult for every one person. If we not have a good food, we didn't have a good water. We need the doctor. This is very important.
Hundreds of Moria's asylum seekers recently marched down to the port after receiving misleading or mistaken messages that the government was evacuating them to Athens. Police had to turn them back. This tense situation is likely to become worse as Turkey has opened its border and is advising refugees on its soil to go to Europe. That's the reason why this 15-year-old from Afghanistan is here, he says.
I have been in Turkey for 2 months. The smuggler called me in the night and said the boat is ready. Get ready to cross over. He said the border is open. I could not cross for 2 months because the border was closed.
This video released by the Turkish government suggests that the Greek Coast Guard is no longer conducting just search and rescue missions, but actively repelling boatloads of migrants. Greek Coast Guard vessels can be seen driving perilously close to small dinghies. At another point, it appears shots are fired into the water. Greece has released video that appears to show Turkish Coast Guard vessels accompanying migrant boats to Greek waters rather than holding them back. Until now, Greece and Turkey were both working to keep undocumented migrants out of Europe. Turkey's suspension of that arrangement has led to the suspension of other international norms. Greece has declared emergency measures. It says it will stop receiving asylum applications for 1 month. And in many cases, it will turn around undocumented migrants and send them home without the usual reception and identification procedures. So it will be as though these people were never here. Greece says these new arrivals aren't individual applicants, but part of an organized policy, so international asylum law doesn't apply to them as intended. With so many islands so close to the Turkish mainland, Greece has a difficult task defending its maritime border. But the biggest losers in all this seem to be the asylum seekers. Psarapolous, Al Jazeera, Lesbos.